integrated pest management. And with integrated pest management, I think we have the pulse on it right here, right now, with Stephanie Van Sickle. She's the category development manager for Havahart. Now, how you doing there, Stephanie?
Hi, Nick. I'm good. How are you?
I am doing fantabulous. Now, I understand, like I said, you guys know what it means to have a heart when it comes to animals. You're not all about taking those shotguns out and starting riddling the place with all kinds of pellets.
Oh my gosh,
like that.
no.
Nothing like that whatsoever.
Opposite, yeah.
Well, first off, tell us a little bit about Have a Heart. Who are you guys?
Well, we've been in business for over 70 years, and actually
Wow.
we're probably most well known for our live animal traps.
Okay.
And we've been making those for about 70 years in Lidditz, Pennsylvania, and probably about 10 years ago we started to break into animal repellents. So you can actually liquids, granulars that you can apply to your landscaping to keep out critters.
Yeah.
And then most recently we're kind of getting into more high tech type of stuff.
Ooh.
We like to say electromechanical.
Say that again.
Electromechanical.
Electromechanical. Okay, very good.
Got it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
electro meaning that there's some kind of electricity of sorts,
You got it.
and then mechanical meaning that there's little gizmos that's going to make this thing, whatever it is, going to work.
Move. Yep. You got
Movement.
It.
Yeah, we got movement with it. There you go. So what are we electromechanically doing?
Well, we pretty much wanted to give homeowners pretty much any, you said integrated pest management. That's what we want to do. And so we've created basically the next step of that, which is using electromechanical, a line called Spray Away. And what that does is you hook up a hose to it. It's got an infrared sensor, and it sees an animal as it's passing into your yard. And once it sees it, it sprays water. The animal gets scared, and actually over time we'll get used to staying away from the area. So it actually kind of trains the animal to stay out of the area
nice,
as well.
nice.
Which
You
is
can do
very
the.
cool.
Can you use this thing like on old boyfriends or girlfriends or something like that too?
That's actually that's a lot of people number one function. That's why they buy it now.
Okay, so we've got these critters. What kind of critters are we talking about?
Oh my gosh, this thing will do pretty much anything that moves, from a very small animal like a squirrel, all the way up to deer, birds. Really anything that comes into your yard, it's going to blast.
Okay. Now, you said that you hook this thing up to a hose, right?
That's right, yeah. Actually, we have two different versions in the Spray Away line.
Okay.
One, which is called Spray Away 2.0. That one you hook up to a hose, and it works that way. That's how it gets to the water source. And the second one is actually a totally self-contained water basin. And so it's totally portable. You can put it anywhere in your yard.
Nice.
It's very cool, and we're excited about that one. That's kind of the one that we're getting most consumers are choosing because you can put it anywhere. It's just so convenient.
The portability factor.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so how big is the whole gizmo in itself?
It is. Let's see. It's probably about 1.5 feet wide by maybe 2 feet tall.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you take and you fill it up with water.
You fill it up with water, and and you fill it up with water, and it has a motor in it.
Okay.
And so as the animal walks in front, the infrared sensor sees the animal, and that's when it sprays. So it'll get you about 35 sprays.
Oh, okay.
With one basin of water. And the cool thing about it too is you're just spraying water. So that, like you said, going organic. Obviously, spraying water is probably the most organic way that you can go.
Oh, absolutely,
So.
absolutely. You know where I can actually see one of these things? When I have a picnic with my family someplace, and I want people around us. You take one of.
Yeah, well, actually, see, what I thought you were going to say is kids.
Oh,
because
kids.
The kids love to run through it. It's actually.
Oh, there you go.
You'll attract the kids.
I've got grandkids. That's perfect for them, huh?
Yes.
Oh, that is a really good idea. I like that. So not only does it have a practical use to it for warding away, lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my! But but there's a fun aspect to it as well.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of kidding around about it, but actually, to be honest, we've had a lot of consumers call in and say, "Hey, my kids love this," so they really are actually using it for that.
So on the top, it's what is it, like a sprinkler head of some sort that's on there, or?
Exactly. It looks like there's this little sprinkler head, and actually, the sensor can rotate. So you can actually target. So if you use it in a pond area to get rid of heron, you can target that both the spray and the sensor to be looking upward.
Nice.
So you can really customize, to your animal problem, to your yard. It's very cool.
Okay, so how many of these would I need per yard?
Most people are purchasing 2 or 3 because it covers 1,900 square feet, which is per unit.
Per unit, that's a huge amount of space.
Big coverage area, but it sees 180 degrees.
Okay.
So if you want it, you might have to have it. For example, if you have a garden, either in the back of the garden or on either side of the garden. But in most cases, when you have a very lush backyard, you're going to need 2 or 3 to kind of get at every angle.
I like that idea, and then you're protecting your landscape plants, your vegetable gardens, your ponds. Yeah. I mean, the list just really goes on. The practical aspects about all this.
Oh yeah. Any animal. I mean, that's the thing I love about it, because a lot of people say, there's something, in my garden eating my stuff. I don't know what it is. I don't know what I can apply. I'm eating this food. You know what I mean? And this is just, it works in every situation. Even if you don't know the animal, no worries.
It just
works on every animal.
Yeah, there you go. Now, being that we're, because you used the word electronics in there, electro, is this thing operated with a battery, or do you plug it in?
Yeah, it does have a battery. The Spray Away 2.0 that is hooked up to the hose has a battery which will last you all season, will last you a year.
Okay.
The Spray Away Elite, actually, you don't have to worry about batteries because it's solar powered.
Oh, get out of town!
Yes.
That is awesome!
Yes, so we're totally eco-friendly.
So you know what? And this is really cool, because here you've got a company that's been around for such a long time, has a rich history in the world of landscaping and gardening and helping people out, ward away these critters without hurting them. And here you guys are embracing the new technology that is at hand.
Oh, we're all about innovation, and because consumers these days are so smart, they use technology. I mean, everybody's using technology, so it's like we got to move with the times and give them a solution that fits with this kind of lifestyle. So it's all about technology.
And it is, and I think that's really cool because a lot of times you have older companies, they stay stagnant, and you guys aren't doing that. You're staying cutting edge over here.
Oh yeah.
That's what I really like. Okay, here's the killer question now. Without killing the animals, of course. Where do we get these things?
Well, both of the units, both Spray Away 2.0 and Spray Away Elite, you can find on Havahart.com. And you can also find it at most e-retailers that do lawn and garden. And then also, your Amazon.coms, those kind of places that just have a lot of different types of products.
Okay, so if we go to the website, we can go to the website directly as well. And that's
Havahart.com. So it's Havahart.com.
Okay, Havahart.com.
You got it.
Fantastic. And if anybody wants any additional information, of course, you come through our website, thingsgreen.com, send me an email. I'll make sure we hook you up with our guest, Stephanie Van Sickle, and her website. Stephanie, thank you very much for sharing this information. This is really exciting. I'm just so honored that you guys are here to share that information with us.
Definitely, yes. And thanks for having me on.
Indeed. All right, everybody, that's Havahart.com.